Hey, good morning, everyone. Sorry for the delay. Technical difficulties suck. Yeah, got it all figured out. Basically, NinjaTrader was just sitting there for like 10 minutes waiting for my password to go through. It's annoying as heck. And then when it did go through, like all my settings were like default, so I had to go and like change everything and fine tune everything. Just a hassle and a half. So anyway, good morning. Thanks for being patient, tuning in. Ready to do this thing. Technical difficulties aside. That's a good question, Summit. I'm not really sure what's different about the new NinjaTrader, honestly. Different branding. I mean, I think NinjaTrader got bought out by someone, so I think they updated all their branding to match that, or I don't know. There's a few, like, they automatically give you the ability to do chart trader, I believe, even on the free one. Even on the free version, I think that's new. And how they manage their accounts, like the lifetime license doesn't give you, it just gives you reduced commissions instead of more like functionality. So there's things like that, but like on a day-to-day performance standpoint, it's the same. Anyway, that's a tangent. Let's figure out where we're at trading wise. This looks like a range structure, but we have this like weird out of the bottom, double bottom here. That doesn't look like your typical failed breakout. Morning, Blackanese. I don't really know what to make of this structure. It's definitely range-like, right? It's not a trend. I'm not sure necessarily how to draw it. Maybe something like that. A little spike in a channel. That fits pretty well. We'll see if this actually plays out, because again, this really looks quite range-like. I'd mostly expect for this to just bounce and then, keep going up and not really respect this channel, but so far it's fitting really nicely, so we'll keep it on there for now. Either way, this is a wait and see time here. Typically would want to buy a failed breakout at the bottom here. So this bar is pretty tempting. It's a nice bullish bar, but we have this possible downtrend, so I think you gotta wait. You can see the EMA is following this trend pretty nicely, so if this actually continues, it's not going to surprise me. So today, folks, is Tuesday. We got jolts coming out at 7, so I wouldn't imagine the market is going to do much until then. Kind of like yesterday, we were consolidating. before PMI came out. I think that's going to happen again, and it really does feel like the market is waiting for the FOMC tomorrow, so I wouldn't, expect a huge trend day or anything. It's probably going to be much like yesterday, kind of back and forth mixed trading. And there weren't really many opportunities yesterday looking back at the chart. You had to be very patient. There was maybe really just a couple opportunities, especially if you were aggressive. But yeah, yesterday was definitely rough. I am glad that I took the day off and got some projects done around the house, enjoyed some time with my family. Been a lot of time just sitting and waiting, which, I mean, that's trading anyway, right? But sometimes it's worse than others. By the way, forgot to say what's up to Macaroon, Scalp, Jocko, Gary now. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Gary. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I thought that Sim is always a different color, standard. I know it is for me. Yeah, there you go, Brant. Sim. That's a good idea. Ah, that's a terrible mistake. Well, Gary, if I have one small piece of advice for you, it would be to take the day off. Honestly, it's probably not what you want to do. I'm sure that you'd like to try to get back and, get some of that back. I know for me, if I had something like that happen, I would not trade well. I'd be making impulsive decisions, and yeah, just really my goal would be to try to make that all back. So if you're anything like me, you might consider just taking the day off and get your mind right, get in a place where you can trade objectively and not worry about that crappy P&L deal. So that would be my 2 cents. So I don't know about y'all, but when I go to Sim over here, my whole interface changes. I thought that was standard. So let me do it. Let me make sure that this isn't going to show my accounts or anything. Okay, so I'm going to switch to Sim. Watch what happens to my whole sidebar. The whole thing changes. I mean, I have never messed with this setting. It has always done that. So I don't even know how to change that, but that's what it looks like when you're in Sim. You get like this purpley sidebar thing. Interesting. I upgraded to the new version and it's always been like that. So yeah, shoot. I have no idea what settings I would even be in. Yours are black, man. Well, that's a bummer. The change color is a good feature for sure. Two minutes to open, and yeah, again, I think the market's going to be waiting on jolts today, and then definitely waiting on FOMC tomorrow. Really interesting. We have a little top wick from yesterday. We were having that daily breakout, and then basically got almost a bearish hammer yesterday. So I would not be surprised if in the next couple of days we continue on that bearishness, move down to test the low of most recent swing down at like the 400 level. I think I'm going to change my simulation color to something really wild. It's like hot pink or something. Okay, here we go, guys. Market is open. Candles are actually moving. Look at this. Not able to get back into the range here. Might continue this little trend down, it looks like. See if we can bounce right here. I don't want to have to draw a steeper channel, but it looks like that's what might happen here. Okay, so far bouncing down here where we got this new steeper channel. That's good. And you know, if we could get a second entry short that ends up right on that channel line with the EMA, I would consider taking that. This is technically the first entry, but this kind of just looks like a double bottom here. Alright, well, this is looking really interesting here, guys. We got just a drop off into nowhere, and then 5-6 dojis in a row. What on earth? Just terrible. You think you're gonna get a little movement, and then all of a sudden it just compresses and does nothing. We'll see if we can bounce here, and like I said, I'd be interested in a second entry short. The EMA is starting to catch up to prices too, so that could certainly happen. But if we start dropping off here further, I think I'm gonna have to try to find a different channel. So far this is fitting, but it almost looks like we're just gonna continue to go straight down here. Here we go. Maybe. Here's our bounce. Maybe. Nothing like a morning drop and then a 1-point range. Fun times. That was a measured move. Interesting. Okay, let me take a look at that. Yeah, if we're going to this little swing here, that definitely does look like a measured move. Interesting. Okay, so this is technically our first entry short. Maybe we can get a pullback and another entry and get a little trade here soon. Have a chance to get to the EMA for sure. Well, that was a decisive move down there. Boy, that's gonna probably make a new low. It's gonna take a lot to get that second pullback all the way to the EMA now. Alright, we're getting a new low. So, no second entry there. We'll extend this little channel, see if it still holds. Like I said, we might need to just do an entire wide channel like that, something like this. We'll see if that's necessary. Just watch the bottom here, see if that holds or not. Okay, we got a new low. Maybe get one more chance at a second entry here. This one was a first entry and a drop. We'll see if we can actually get a second entry here. What I want to see, for those who don't know or still learning, is a pullback, a first entry. So the first time prices go below previous bar, another pullback, and then a second entry. The second time prices go below the previous bar, we want to see a nice bearish bar. We're not going to go short underneath the bullish bar. We want it to happen right at the exponential moving average. And yes, Blackanees, that would be a bread and butter setup. Okay, there is our first entry. Pullback, first entry. We want another pullback all the way up to here in order to take a trade. The selling might be too strong that we may not get that, but we will see. Okay, here we go. Let's get that pullback, baby. Go up to that EMA. Nice, okay. So we are getting closer to the EMA. This is looking more likely. I will consider the second entry short if it forms here. Probably going for 6 ticks based on the ATR. Hopefully that, no, this looks good, okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to risk this one, guys. And we're short. And yeah, Blackanees, I hope it goes down now too. Come on, baby. Push down a little bit more. Let's go. Come on now. Bouncing off our order. There we go. Beautiful. Got filled on that. Got a runner. Hopefully we can start to rock it down. Looks like our runner is likely going to get stopped out here. Yeah, got stopped out. That's okay. Solid trade. That was pretty classic there. Oh, nice. I'm glad you got that too, Dylan. Throw a like on the stream, guys. If you appreciated that one, or if you got that trade too. That was pretty bread and butter right there. Downtrend. Had a nice two-legged pullback to the EMA. Nice bearish bar. You gotta take that. That is the setup that we wait for. And you guys see me wait a lot, so when it comes around, you gotta take it, man. And where are we at on our challenge? Ooh, baby. Not quite. We're well on our way though. We're getting there. Up $400 on our challenge. Got to get to 1,500. Are you talking about this over here, Gary? If so, those are just screen grabs from my Rhythmic account that I put up. So that's not like standard on NinjaTrader or anything. So was it just in me and Dylan that got that one? Did anyone else get that guy? Nice, Brant. Cool. I wouldn't take the lower high at this. I don't know. Hard to say. I might take this lower high. See how it forms. Yeah, I don't know. It does. It looks a little bit rangy. If you take this lower high, you know, I think that's a pretty decent move, but I think I'm gonna skip it. You don't really want the lower high to come up this far. If it would have happened like a little bit, yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't look right for some reason. Yeah, Jocko, you could totally look at this as one leg up and then looking for another leg right here. You took that lower high, you're sweating right now. I don't know, I might enter, like, if it gets a little closer, maybe I can just risk a tick or two. I'm gonna get my order and kind of play around with this a little bit. Yeah, never mind. Ah! Would have gotten stopped there. Sometimes if it's a little sketchy setup though, I'll take it if it, you know, comes back with only a couple ticks risk. It'll probably go down now. It might still go down here. If this bar would have finished more bearish, I would have taken that little like double trap. Yeah, totally, Brant. Yeah, this would be like a visual second entry short. If you're looking at that as the first leg, first entry, second entry. It's also a failed second entry long. I just don't like the slightly bullish signal bar. You do have a break of this channel, still need a new low, so I think if we get another bearish bar here, I might take it. It's outside the channel, yes, Black and Ease. However, we are still expecting a new low for this downtrend. It's pushed a little too high for me now. It's above the EMA, but like overall, you have this down move. It has a break. When you get a break of a channel, you expect prices to make a new extreme, in this case a new low. So we're still expecting, we're outside the channel for sure. That's even more reason why we're expecting prices to get down here. This is not quite giving us a good clean setup to do that. We get another lower high, I will take it, because right now from this little swing we have a first entry, second entry short. Can't go short below this bullish bar, but if we pull back right here and get a lower high, I'm going to take it. I think this might rock it down. Want just one little chance for a lower high here. Okay, let's see if we can get this here. See how nice it looks. EMA is starting to flatten out a little bit, but I think this will be worth the risk if it's not too big. But it's starting to get a little too big. Getting a little too low for me. Yeah, I'm not going to take that. Might work, but not the best signal bar. Jolts in 9 minutes. Yeah, thanks for that too. I gotta keep that in mind. This could get a little crazy when Jolts comes out here, so be prepared. Probably not wise to enter any trades now. They take too long to play out. It get a little dicey. So this looks like this lower high is working here. Maybe would have worked. Let's see. One and a quarter point, I'd still be in it. This lower high actually looks really good. Now that I'm looking back at it, it wouldn't have worked. It would have been a losing trade, but honestly, like, coming back here, that looks really good for a second entry short. Lower high, still expecting a new low. If you took that trade and lost, I think you were just fine. I think that's a really good setup. The only thing is a potential measured move that we talked about, which is exactly what happened. But otherwise, I mean, it was right at the EMA. Nice bearish bar. I think you got to risk that. I wasn't really inclined to risk it since I had just come off a winner, but if I had not taken that, I probably would have entered that and lost. But that's the thing, there's always going to be losing trades. Yeah, that's a good point, Aaron. If you had this range, you could have seen that, like, maybe there's kind of a range structure going on here. There's definitely a couple things to keep you out of it, but I think overall it looked pretty good. Now we're definitely getting some support here on the bottom of the range. Did we make a new low? I can't really tell. No, we made equal lows, but getting some strong support here. So we bounce here. I think that is completely justified from a price action perspective. We got jolts in 5 minutes. It just feels like there's going to be a big bounce down here. This doesn't feel like the type of action where all of a sudden the bottom falls out. I would suspect that we maybe draw in some shorts here and then bounce. And that is purely just kind of a gut feeling, really. Not anything I can point to specifically. Just seems that way. We shall see. We could plummet to the depths of Hades. We'll find out. Anything can really happen on those news releases, and that's kind of the point. All right, 2 minutes. Let's see. Let's see what we got here, guys. It is nice to see some movement in the market though. This has been, yeah, some decent movement even before a news release. Oftentimes it'll just chop around and do nothing until then, so actually had some solid price action, and I would imagine that after this number we may even get some more. Movement. May set something up. Again, I think we will overall still be waiting for FOMC tomorrow. But we might have some nice mixed action, some good trends and reversals and things. Here we go. Here's the fireworks. Well, it's quiet in the chat today. What's going on over there, guys? We asleep on Tuesday morning, or is everyone just making bank today? Unusually quiet. Hope everything's well over there. Hope no one's stuck in a pit or have a big red hole to dig out of or anything. Hey man, if you're concentrating trading, that's a good reason for sure. Thank you, Pete. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're making some good progress on this evaluation. If you remember correctly, the very first trade I took in it was, I think, did I take 2 losing trades? I can't remember, but we were down like $800 or something on it. So I've making a solid comeback, up 400, got another 1100 to go or so. That would be pretty sweet to pass another one, because again, I'm leaving myself very little room for error with the 1500 drawdown on that 25k account. But yeah, I do not think it's a good idea to go short Blackenese for a couple reasons. One being we are still in this news. I think we need to wait a little bit for things to settle down. 2, we had this downtrend right here, and that had a break and a new low. So according to price action rules, that downtrend is played out and we need to expect a bullish correction. So maybe we have some sort of larger channel like this. I don't know. Actually, that one looks quite nice. But we need to be patient here and wait for some sort of a bullish correction and see what happens. We get a bullish correction that has a break and a new high and is played out, then we can look to short again. But right now I think you need to just wait a little bit. We could get a bounce here. You know, it sounds complex, but really, like, you just need some time with it. It's really not. It's actually very, very simple. You're just following the trends. And that's really the only rule you need to know. If a trend is in play, don't counter trend. And if there's a break of a channel, expect a new extreme. Once that happens, then there could be another trend that forms. So that's really it. That's really it. Sounds complex, and I know, I remember when I was first learning, it was like, dang, this is a lot of information, but you're learning how to read pure price action, so of course it's going to be a little bit challenging. It's not like a magic indicator where it's, you know, hey, go short here, the indicator's telling you to go short. Like, you were learning to do what a lot of traders can't do, which is just look at a naked chart and find high probability times when the market will go in the direction you think it's going to go. So it's a learned skill for sure, but it's one that I don't think it is that really hard to do. That's a good piece of advice, Brant. Yeah, there with this price action strategy, there are lots of different setups, but yeah, focus on one or two. I would recommend second entry longs and second entry shorts. Just do those two with the trend. And if you just wait on those two setups to happen, you're gonna be a lot better off than if you try to, you know, put everything together right away. Second entry longs and second entry shorts with the trend at the EMA, a nice signal bar. Try that out. Just focus on those two things. That's my same answer, Brant. I would agree 100%. FOMO trades are fun until you just, all you have to do is lose enough of them and you're like, okay, that doesn't work. You just find out quickly it just doesn't work. And you trust that. And you remember that next time. I am widening this channel. Looks like we may have a larger downtrend here because, like I was saying earlier, we had this break and new low, but there was never even any sort of correction. We were staying below the EMA. So that's telling us that we may have, I mean, there's some stronger selling and we may have a larger channel. That fits really nicely, so we're going to play that. And we will allow prices to come down here and then give us a pullback, and maybe we'll get a second entry that we can take and join this move. Another measured move hit. Dang, let's check that out. It's kind of hard to see where the measured move might be here. Just because there's not like two super clear legs. It just kind of runs into each other. This is where I'd probably put the measured move. Yeah, Spicy, you asked about the fear of missing out. I think I have a different fear now. After, again, like Brant and I were saying, just taking enough of loss there. I have a fear of entering and getting slapped. And that fear counters my fear of missing out. That'll happen to you. You see these runaway trends, you're like, oh man, I'm missing out, it's gonna keep going without me, and you enter and boom, that's right when it pulls back. That happens enough times, you'll develop the FOGS, FOGS, the fear of getting smacked. Trademark that, all right? Trader Joe 2023, FOGS, fear of getting smacked. And I've said it before in here, but I'll say it again. Track your trades. If you know, and hopefully you're doing it on sim if you're still learning, but take some of those formal trades, you know, try to enter a short on this and track it, you know, see how you do, and look at your journal, look at all the trades, and, you know, categorize them. Like, this was just a FOMO trade, you know, this was a gamble, or this was following a setup. Track all those and then compare your stats. See how your stats were if you didn't do any of those FOMO trades. See how they were, you know, with them, only them. And again, I've said it, that was one of the things for me, was I looked at my stats. I said, wow, if I just eliminated all the gambles, all the FOMO trades, I would be incredibly profitable. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to trust that. And I'm just only going to wait for these particular setups. And according to the math, if I do that, I'm going to be successful. And that was really it. Yeah, Spicy, I pretty much only traded the NASDAQ for a while. Switched because I wanted to trade more contracts and have a runner. And also there's more ES traders out there. It has better liquidity, you know. I think there's more demand for people to trade and teach the ES than there is the NQ. So that's why I switched. But you know, now that I have switched, I really do like ES better. It's a little bit more forgiving, a little bit more relaxed, I would say. The NQ has some it's a highly leveraged instrument, and yeah, you can have big wins and big losses for sure. I would not recommend NQ, especially if you're not profitable yet. Nice, Gary, I just got that. Fog BS. I wonder what that could stand for. Fear of getting, So we may have a little overshoot down here. Hey, morning, Zippins. Yeah, those real jobs, they will get in your way. Been a pretty good morning so far. Yeah, so let's see how prices react here. Typically, another price action rule when you get an overshoot of a channel like this, meaning it goes further in the direction of the trend versus a break would be a break on this side of it. So a break on this side would be an overshoot. Typically when that happens, you can expect a correction, sometimes even a full-on reversal. So let's see if that is what's happening. Now if we just keep going down even further here, I'm going to try to redraw the channel because it would not be behaving like an overshoot, but let's give it a sec. It might correct here or reverse. See if there's any other way. I mean, we could just widen this channel. I'm gonna throw the midline on there. Sometimes that helps. And we can even put the midline to match this action right here. And oftentimes you'll see that play out perfectly. So we'll see. I don't know that we're going to get down that far, but there is certainly that possibility. And now, yep, you're right, Jocko. We hit that measured move. So this could be, that's another sign that maybe this is the point where we get a correction. Potential overshoot when we have the channel drawn like this. Measured move hit. Let's see if price is correct here. So far, got a little correction trend going. See if it picks up any steam. Boy, this would have been a beautiful runner, huh? I don't think there's any setup that would have got you a runner, except maybe if you traded this breakout pullback right here. Had this little range in downtrend, breakout, pullback. It was an inside bar, so really not the best setup. And also, you had to be worried about the break and new low starting to bounce here. So I don't think this is a really great trade. That's really the only area where you would have had a nice massive runner. Oh yeah, Zippins totally. I took this second entry short right here. That was before we had this wider channel. We had this one working down, 2 legs, kind of textbook second entry short right at the EMA. I took that. One thing I've been contemplating too is doing, instead of trailing my runners at break even, actually leave my original stop, which would have been right here. If I would have done that, my runner would have stayed alive by 1 tick. Something I'm contemplating. I need to do the math to figure out if it's worth it taking a loss, you know, that many losses, like if the wins will offset it. So I'm gonna need to do some tracking and stuff, but that's something I'm definitely considering, because that would have been a nice massive runner down here. Would have been, let's see, 23 points of a runner so far. Dang. I just don't know if it's mathematically sound or not, because that would mean my lot, you know, standardly my losses would be quite bigger than my wins if I was just scalping out and there was no runner. So yeah, you definitely rely on runners to work out if you're gonna trade that way. I don't know if anyone has ever experimented with that or done the math on that, but I'd be interested in that for sure. Oh shoot, was there a second entry short? Oh man, dang, I was talking. Zippins, dang, it's your fault. You were asking me to show you that trade. I'm just kidding. Bummer. Yeah, that was a good one. We had a pullback right here. First entry, pullback. Second entry, right on the EMA. Oh man. No. Zippins, why'd you do that to me? That's crazy. I honestly did not expect a setup to occur that soon. So I was totally fine stepping away for a little bit. That's all right. I'm glad some of y'all caught that. That was a pretty solid trade. The only thing that you'd have to worry about is this being a potential overshoot, and this could just be the start of the correction. So that's the one thing that I'd be concerned about, and maybe you wait for a lower high here just to confirm it. That did not happen. It just kept going down. But I think it's safe to say that overshoot is not working. So I'm going to widen this. Potentially I'll widen it out all the way to here. I'm going to put it right here for now. And measured move reached as well. TT, yes. Thank you for that. That's another reason to be cautious there. But you're in such a strong downtrend. I think it would be worth the risk. And definitely one I would have taken if it wasn't for Zippins. I'm just kidding. Yeah, and you had... You're good, man. You're good. I can always stay focused on the charts. Yep, definitely Black and East. We are still in a downtrend. Nothing has changed. We might get another second entry short. This could just keep happening. We're going to extend this channel out. Okay, so now we're breaking below. This is when I'm thinking that our wide fat channel may be what's going on. I'm gonna leave it because I think that's where we're headed. I'm gonna mark this setup too because that is nice. Textbook would have taken it. Second entry short right at the EMA. And this looks like we have a solid chance for a runner here. Dang. So can we vote Zippins out of the chat? Is that, are we okay to do that? The better the runner is, the more I want Zippins out of here. Alright, macaroon. Only because you're asking me to, though, macaroons. If there's anyone else, I wouldn't listen to them. a little short-term correction here. We have our first entry already down here. Right there. That's technically our first entry. This would technically be our second entry if it ticks lower. Don't want to take this way too low. We want to see more of a pullback to the EMA in order to take a short here. We are also in the short-term uptrend. Another reason to stay out of this. We want to let this play out. And that second entry short worked. But you really ought not to take that. It worked this time, but that is not going to work every time, I promise you. What's the 10K looking like today? Very clear on the 10K what's going on here. And I stand corrected. I thought we would not have a legit move like this before FOMC. This is kind of surprising, honestly, that we were getting this kind of trend before that meeting tomorrow. Yeah, there you go, Jocko. Yep. That rally last week. This is all the institutions like, okay, well, that was fun, guys. We made some money, but FOMC is tomorrow. Let's cash out. There actually may be some truth to that, honestly. Okay, so this kind of looks like a visual second entry here. I don't like how it's just barely touching the EMA. But this looks like a first entry, second entry. Dang, that worked. Dang, I should have risked it. That worked really well. Maybe a lower high right here. Let's see. I don't think so. I think it's just gonna drop. No, Brant, I didn't. Interesting. Okay, well let's refresh. I definitely cleared my cache this morning, but we'll refresh it. See what happens here. Yeah, like Aaron said, not all tick charts will be the same. So if they're a little different, that is normal. That happens. As long as they're not insanely different. Oh yeah, well there you go. That looks a little different now. Yeah, see, I don't really like that now. With this bar, I didn't really get much. I liked how it looked before. I don't like how it looks now. Make sure my channel's still legit. Sometimes when you refresh data, things get a little wonky, but this looks about right. Something like that. Five points. Dang, Macaroon. Good work. You know, what I do, Jocko, Macaroons, on a day like today, when you have a strong trend, I don't take profits on a runner. I really let them run, and I just let them come back to my stop. Trail the stop after each, you know, above each significant swing, because this could keep going. This could really keep going all day. Yeah, agreed, Jocko. If this continues, it'll be one of those days where you can just sell a pullback to the EMA. I really have a hard time doing that, to be honest. Just with how volatile the market has been the last year, it's really hard to trust trends like that. I know mentally that I should be able to do that, and you know, I can recognize like, oh, this is a day when you should just buy a pullback to the EMA or sell a pullback to the EMA, but that is a really hard hurdle for me to get over mentally for some reason. But if you can do that, good on you, man, for sure. Totally, Jocko. That's one strategy. Just lose every day and then you get numb to losing and it's perfect. Then you can just be a trading robot, right? So we are below Friday's low already. The next big thing on the daily chart would be we do have a little bit of horizontal support from a couple weeks ago, right around this level actually. If we get through that, I mean, it's pretty much nothing but daylight until Thursday's low, which is like 406. So if we get past this level, we could be in for a serious down move. Okay, another correction here. Gosh, that bar formed so fast. But that is our first entry. Yeah, that's so true, Brant. There's, man, all the folks who enjoyed that rally are getting stopped. It's probably a combination, right? Like all the institutions taking profit from all that and then starting to gain momentum, hitting some stop losses. And who knows? I mean, the JOLTS number came out maybe institutions didn't like how that looked. And like I said, I think best news is priced in for this FOMC, so anything less than that, I think, like I said this yesterday, but surprise favors the downside. That was technically a second entry short there, nowhere near the EMA. Another correction. Might this be the one where we get a second entry? We will see. You can see the EMA is clearly following the midline of this channel. That is a very good sign. We might be onto something with this big channel. Might tighten it up actually, since it looks like we're kind of following that line right here, and it hasn't gone below yet. So I had this set because the midline fit well earlier in the price action, but that's looking pretty good on the bottom there. If it drops below that, I'm just going to widen it again. But so far, it's respecting the bottom of this channel here. At some point, we're going to get a little bit of a deeper correction. Even on these really strong trend days, you don't just see it kind of hugging the bottom line for forever. Eventually you'll see a steeper correction. So now that we're going down the bottom, I shouldn't have even tightened that up. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. Hasn't even touched the EMA in $20 minutes. Crazy. Yeah, where's the 10K? I mean, this just looks so crazy on the 10K. Massive sell-off. It's so fart away, Zippins. I'm 8 years old, guys. Apologize. I have 2 little boys, so fart jokes are just like a part of my daily routine. Another pullback. We'll see if this time we can get to the EMA. This looks like it's going to be our first entry right here. Okay, there is our first entry short. We may have a measured move of correction too, so we can get that measured move and a second entry short. It's going to be juicy. Hashtag juicy. Not close to the EMA, unfortunately. Yeah, pipe down over there, Zippin. Sorry, I'm trying to trade. Okay, let's see what this looks like. This may be our larger correction though, we'll see. This is looking pretty good. I think you gotta take this if it forms nice. Doji. Maybe we'll get a lower high. Just a bigger correction. We're close to that measured move. We're pretty dang close to it. Ooh boy, yikes, I'm trying to get in this. Don't go on without me, don't go on without me. Shoot. See if it comes back to my order. Okay, I'm in this thing. Oh my gosh, freezing, freezing. I gotta get my stop loss over there. All right. I don't like how that green candle's forming. Looks like it might rip up. We'll see. Sweating this one out, guys. It doesn't look very good. What on earth? Come on, baby. Get down there. There we go. Beautiful. Now let's see if we can get that massive runner that we've been waiting for. I'm gonna get this sucker out of the way. This might be a good one. Come on, baby. Let's drop. Let's get a massive runner. Hope some of y'all are in this as well. Kind of stalling out. But I'm not going to move my stop just yet. On a trend day like this is the kind of day when you want to give it a lot of room to work out, because it really could go on for a long time. So this is just a freebie at this point. We already got the trade. Don't have to worry about like protecting anything. You know, we're good to go. Wait, am I? What the heck? That position size is too big. How many am I in here? What on earth? I think I'm in a full position size on this runner. I think I might be. Oh, I'm gonna shorten it up then if that's the case. I think maybe it jacked up my order or something. Well, that's a nice mistake. You don't usually see mistakes like that. Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm in a bigger position size than I want, but oh well. Whatever. I'm not really sure what happened there, but we're gonna take it and run with it because this could be massive. That was a failed second entry long right there. I don't know if anyone took that. Right here. Failed second entry long. Happened right at the EMA too. Problem is, if I'm in full position size, Apex has got that trailing drawdown. I don't really like giving it too much room on that. So I may cut it soon here, guys. I'm gonna trail this tighter than I normally would, because I think I have more on than just a runner, at least on some of my accounts. So hopefully this can continue to drop. Otherwise, I'm just gonna cut it soon. Normally, I would not trail my runner yet. I would still wait for a swing. So normally my runner would still be at break even here. Maybe above this guy, perhaps. Yeehaw, baby. Let's keep this good. Let's keep the good times rolling. Again, I'm gonna trail this tight. Unfortunately, that's what I need to do. See if we can get to the bottom of that channel. I think that'd be a good spot to take profits. I might do that if prices get to the bottom of the channel. I'm gonna keep trailing it tight here. Might get stopped here, but yeah, like I said, there's something funky going on with my account, so yeah, all out. Wait, no, I'm not. Yeah, something funky happened with the copier, but anyway, all out for now. Looks like we may get a crazier correction, but there we go. Solid trade. I'll take it. Doing pretty well on that evaluation, guys. We're getting closer. Yeah, I don't know what happened with my copier. That was weird, but anyway, hope y'all caught that one. That was another pretty bread and butter. Let's kind of take a look at that. Like the stream, by the way, guys. Come on, we got like, there's like 35 people in here. Only 18 people like that. We got a couple trades today. Hasn't happened during the streams in a while. So yeah, anyway, here at the bottom, had that pullback. Oh, here, I gotta draw. So at the bottom, we had that pullback. First entry, pullback. Second entry right here. Didn't look good, was below a bullish bar. So what we had instead was the double trap. Meaning, some people were looking at that second entry short and playing the failure and getting long right here. So trapped people who got in on the early second short, they got ticked out, and then people who were trying to counter trend trade, it trapped them as well. So it's a double trap, got both sides trapped on this bar. If you didn't have a tick lower, I think I saw some people saying they didn't have a tick lower. In that case, it's a second entry short then. Pretty standard bread and butter second entry short. So either way, it was a great setup right at the EMA. Bearish bar. That's the stuff we wait for, guys, and this is exactly why we wait. This is what happens when you're patient. Oh, you didn't get a tick lower here. Okay, so you had this and then an inside bar. Well, I think even if you had an inside bar, the context is just so good to take a short in this downtrend. I think I probably would have still taken it. Okay, so since we were talking about runners, if I didn't have that weird account copier thing, this is now where my stop would be. So for those of you still trying to figure out how to do runners, this is where you want your stop. You take this, you leave your stop at break even, and then when you get a swing like this, then you move your stop down. So that's exactly where my stop would be now. Would be right here, one tick above that swing. And then you just do the same. Wait for it to go down and wait for another swing like this, and then put your stop above it. And unfortunately, like I was saying, you want to give your runners room on a day like today, because you could literally have a runner all day. And I'm kind of bummed that I had some weird stuff going on that wasn't, yeah. So I felt like I had to cut it early. I don't want to stay in a trade a long time when there's some sort of technical difficulties going on. But this is how you want to manage runners, guys. This will get you the big ones. And watch it today. I mean, as this keeps going on, you might have this going all day if you just always wait for a swing, wait for a big pullback, and then put your stop above it. But if you didn't have a chance to get in on where I took the trade at that double trap on my chart, maybe a second entry short on your chart, this was also another good entry right here. So you had from this high a first entry long and then a second entry long that failed. On a trend day like this, it's close enough to the EMA. You have 2 solid legs, trapping people who are trying to counter trend trade. That was also a good entry. So if you got in right there, another good trade for the day. Okay, so again, if you had a runner here, you're not moving it yet. Still staying here, but you're watching this swing, and once this forms what looks like a legitimate swing, then you would move your stop down here. You want to wait though, don't move it here early, because this might still have another bar or two to form the swing. Might get another second entry short down here too. Still don't have our first entry. Okay, there's the first entry. First entry short. Maybe another pullback and a second entry. What if we get 3 freaking trades during the morning session? That'd be crazy. I'm ready for it. Might happen. Okay, so now here's where you move your stop, guys. That's formed a legitimate swing. So now your stop goes here. And this is about where I took profits, more or less, at this level. Somewhere right around there. So right now I'd have about the same. Yeah, totally, Aaron. It reminds me, I don't know if you were around. Oh, well, I guess it wasn't during the stream, but that massive bull day on Thursday or Friday, there is just an incredible runner that was possible. And yeah, it gave me some hope, like, oh man, we could have this again. This beautiful bull market. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We've endured some really crappy market conditions the last 2 years, really. All of 2020 and then so far in 2023. Sorry, all of 2022, so far in 2023. Once we get back to a bull market, it's going to be like taking candy from a baby for sure. Wait for second entries on the EMA with the trend. And you can get some massive runners too on those trend days, so it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to that for sure. But this has been a great training ground and a great practice and discipline the last year, you know, having to wait through sometimes a whole day to find a setup, and that's just going to happen. But you want to conserve your capital for beautiful trend days when you can just get yeah, I mean, it makes up for all that. Fish in a barrel. So that was second entry short here. I don't like that bar. I'm not going to take that. That's got way too much of a bottom wick on there. It's set up nicely on your chart. Great. Go for it. Does not look good on mine. Four for 4 today. Nice, Brant. Yeah, today was a good one. Today was a good one, for sure. Last time all Raz Zippins, I would have been 3 for 3. That's it. I'll drop it now, Ziffins. All right, we're cool. We're cool. Beautiful. Would still be in this runner. Yeah, quit while you're ahead. This today and then whatever it was, Thursday or Friday, those are the 2 best days of the year for me. Friday didn't set up until later. Wasn't in the morning session. This is definitely the best morning session of the year. So I think I'm gonna call it here too. I mean, we could still get a lot of opportunities. And I probably, I don't really want to know how good this runner does. I was just doing that to kind of show you guys how I would work it. Yeah, this sucker could keep going all day. So stay with the trend. Obviously, we're short today. Don't get cute and try it long. Wait for prices to pull back to the EMA. Give a nice second entry short, and yeah, we could have many more opportunities the rest of today. So stick with that plan, guys. It's been good to be with y'all this morning. Trade safe, follow the rules, don't get crazy, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Later, everyone.